Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where last time we managed to capture the palace in Imax Duel, and Mizadi has since moved southward into Hanamiku, where she is searching for the location of Barshud. Now, let's see how she's doing.
Oh, it is you. It is so good to see you again. I have a powerful need for familiar faces in this foreign land.
Several of my warriors saw Barshud or his new Ordokai ally, Sadugul, on their flight from the Emax duel. In the chaos, I have not had the time to gather the reports. We know Barshud came down here to the Harakali Fells. We know not his purpose or location here, however. Would you speak with each of the Supazuri who saw him? Gishu, Gaksha, and Nuhaba are their names. They will be with the other Supazuri here in Hanamilki. Let them know that I sent you. Thank you, Pine Leaf. I just seeing you here again has been a great weight that has been lifted from my shoulders. Okay, well, good to see you again, Mizadi. Now, let's see if I could find these allies. Ah, I think I see them up ahead. Here's a Zagsha.
Silver into gold.
Yes, I saw Barshud. When he was fleeing in Maksdul, he was fleeing at great speed. He made no attempt at helping children or civilians either, saving only himself with that frightening servant of his. There was something in his hand. Ah, my shoulder is burning in pain. I cannot think properly. Please, get me a large shoulder bandage, one that is wrapped properly. I will tell you what I know. All right, fine. Okay, hard to think properly. See, shoulder bandage. Where does one find a shoulder bandage around here? I didn't find a shoulder bandage, but I did find Nushaba. Let's see what she needs. Maybe she needs a shoulder bandage also.
What can I do for you?
I'm not bothering anyone here, am I? Oh, Barshud? I did not see him, but I saw his servant Sudagul in that confusion around Imaxdul. That blade! It could not cut the hair on my head, let alone slice through a servant of Vordok here in the fells. Would you gather me a whetstone or two? I can't concentrate. A dull blade brings in about a dull mind. Hmm. Interesting. The way she was holding her holding her arm there, I was assuming that she had been cut there and that she needed a bandage for it, and that a blade had done it. But apparently, no, she's looking for a whetstone so that her blade could be
What can I
properly.
do for you?
Oh, oh, Bashud! Yes, I saw the man when he was in the palace in the Maxdul. He was looking for something. I'm sorry, my mouth's dry. My throat's quite parched. Could you gather me some water? I'm happy to tell you what I know, but I feel quite lightheaded, and it's hard to speak. Well, a typical start to a quest line, I think, right? You talk to somebody, they tell you to talk to somebody else, and then say, "Oh, could you fetch me something before I tell you what I know?" Yeah, quite typical. Now, where am I going to find all these items that I'm seeking? The only thing I've found so far is a milestone. Apparently, the supplies are being kept near the stable master, at least if the quest arrow is operating properly. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, I see boxes! What's in this box? Fresh shoulder bandages. This crate is filled with fresh cloth wraps and okay. The river is Pacific. I guess they have a box for each type of bandage. Well, actually, that might actually make some sort of sense. Now, let's see what else we've got here. I'm looking for water. I'll presume that will be in a well or something, right? And I'm also looking for, oh, a whetstone. Oh, I'm looking for skins of water, so I guess it won't be in a well. Well, that's more of a fountain than a well in any... Where's that a well? Well, I guess in this area that might pass for one. I didn't see these before. But I suppose that would be plenty. And there's supposed to be a third. Ah, here's the... What? Did I miss that before? Well, in any case, that means now we need a whetstones. 2 of them? Why do I need 2 whetstones? Never ask. Alas, I didn't see any whetstones in town, so I'm going to need to look about out here to see if I can find any of them around. I am not too sure. That this is going to work well. If I tried searching for stones in the area with this bird and the snake going around. Snake Slayer of Harakali Fells. Okay, there's no deed for killing terror birds in the area. Just the snakes. That means I'm going to be running into a lot of snakes, I guess. Ah, and here's another whetstone. Good. Now, maybe I could get the information that I seek. Let's begin with the shoulder bandage.
Silver into gold.
Ah, yes. Dry and well stitched. That will do nicely. Yes, Barshut, of course. He was yelling at his Orkai guards to move faster in his flight. Then he said something about a tomb in Harakali. I believe that is where he was headed. I know not what this tomb. I am from Imadur. This area is quite foreign to me. Maybe the Shara knows of this tomb? Alright, so the tomb of in Harakali. Alright, I will have to ask her, or she might know somebody who knows. Well, what about Gishu?
Zara Zarodan.
Ah, it's the spot. Yes, Barshud. There was so much chaos and confusion, but I did see him. He was looking for a staff. He was yelling to his second, Sudagu, something about the dead. I believe they thought that this staff could command them. Command the dead. I know not if he found it, just that he was looking for in the palace for it. I wish that I could be more helpful to this. Alright, so he is going to a tomb and is looking for a staff to command the dead. That's a very bad combination. Uh-huh. Right. Am I going to be running into a Gary Gygax dungeon? Well, in any case, here we have Nushaba. Alright, here is your whetstone.
Shakelli, Lezara, Joradi.
These will do the job. Never have a dull sword, or a dull mind, I say. But, if you have to have one, make it the dull mind. Oh, Barshut, right, yes, I saw him. A staff? Yes, he did not have a staff, but his sorcerer did. I think they call this one Sudagul. It was a long staff. It looked like it was made of bone or something unnaturally white, which with the end of it curved into the shape of a dragon skull. I know not its import, but Barshud did his possess it through his Sudagul. Okay, so I presume that's the staff that commands the dead. I hope it doesn't command dead dragons, so the last thing we need is a repeat of the Heligrod incident. Now, Mizadi. It appears that Barshud is looking for a tomb so that he could use a powerful staff to try to raise the dead and control them.
Interesting. I do not know where the dead lie here in Pahar Hatukali.
A tomb? I will have Razal scout for such a place. Thank you, my friend. This has been a great help. In the meantime, there is another task that I would ask of you, if you are willing. Well, why not? That's why I'm here.
The Ordahai have done much harm to the people here. We should be welcomed, but I am not blind, friend. My presence here is tolerated, not celebrated.
There is a merchant. I believe the locals call him Shagigal. He is the source of much of the disquiet here in Hamaniku. Please, speak with him. See if there is anything that we can do to bring him to our side. Our mission cannot be compromised, but I have no wish to quarrel with the villagers whilst here. All right, I will see what we can do. Speak with the merchant Shag Shagi Shajijal? Shajijal? Okay, how about Shajijal held silver about his grievance? Sounds like a dwarvish name. Definitely not a dwarf.
Leave me in peace.
You? I saw you speaking with Mizadi. Surely you are important. What? You aren't fleeing in sight? Excellent. Excellent. What do I want? My business returned to me, of course. I sell oranges. Only the finest in all of the fells. But you can see, the Urukai burned my stalls and stole my oranges, and no one has provided recompense or made me whole. If this is Mazadi's fault, the Urukai fled through Hamanaku, she should be the one to repair the stalls and bring a fresh supply of oranges. Oh, no. Oh, the Urukai burned your stalls and stole the oranges, and so you blame Mizadi because the Ordokai were fleeing Mizadi. You will help? Well, it was about time someone listened to Shajjal. Okay. Now this is a twister. I mean, it's one thing. Oh, collect oranges and collect deadfall wood. All right, fine. I guess I'll just have to do it myself. Well, a day in the life of Pine Leaf. Now, how far do I have to go in order to find oranges and proper wood? The quest arrow, though, is sending me through deep countryside. Okay. A lion. What is that I see up ahead? Ah, piece of deadfall. An orange? I mean, there are some that are even low enough for me to pick. Oh, let's see. How much wood? and how many oranges I'm able to collect. While I was willing to leave that lion in peace, I don't feel the same about this Ordekai warrior. Probably spying up on our little camp up there. Guess that's probably the best word to use for it. Now, where is the rest of... Oh, here's some more over here. At this rate, I'll be done soon. One final piece of wood. Good. Now, let's find the road and get on it. Deal with any stray Ordekai that I find. And head back to town. I presume that this is the destroyed market stall. There we go. Much better. Good. And finally this one. Alright, now let's get rid of the old stuff so that we have access properly. Good. What do you think?
I want for nothing but solitude.
Better? Yes, I suppose it's better. But you didn't have to destroy the old ones. You looked to be stomping around like a great Alifnari. Oh, never mind, never mind. Yes, I suppose Mizadi has done more for me than the Ordekai, so her presence is not altogether terrible here in Hanana Miku. What would really seal the deal is for you to purchase some of my oranges. What do you mean you just gave them to me? That doesn't mean I can't sell some of my finest fruit and vegetables in the fells. Wait, come back! I have resolved the dispute.
We will show them our good intentions through our actions, not merely our words. They have been taught not to trust, a painful lesson that they have paid in blood.
It sounds like this merchant was quite difficult to work with. Thank you for handling the situation so artfully. I am once more in your debt, all right?
I have another ask for you, my friend. Work with Razal. He brings reports of Ordahai movements not far from here.
He fears that the Orhai could surround and attack us when we least expect it. This would be a disaster not only for us, but for the innocent people here in Hanamiku as well. Well, there is that, so speak with Rizal. Ah, there he is, right over here.
My Shara is correct. I have heard the stamping boots of the Ordahai on patrol, and my scouts report sightings quite close to us.
I know, I had to kill a couple of the Orkai scouts while I was out doing some other tasks. Well, this is quite worrisome. They could attack us at any time, even in the middle of the night. I know that you are an excellent tracker. Could you help me scout this encampment of Orkai nearby? Okay, search for a cluster of boot prints near Hanamiku. Okay. Oh, where should I look for some? A sign. I guess a sign maybe of where they're coming from or something like that, since I know they're out there because I encountered a few. Looks like someone passed this way recently. Yes, look at this. Ordekai boot prints. Search for clusters of boot prints further from the camp. Okay. We'll continue along our way. Oh, that's not an Orcakai. Definitely not an Orcakai. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. I was looking for... Is that a house? That's a house. Or the footprint? Teak branches. Okay. Ah! Orcakai footprints. Found footprints further from Hamaneku. Search for clusters of footprints far from Hanamiku. Alright. Well, they don't seem to be going towards that cluster of houses, so we will continue along this way. How about... Yes. More Orcakai footprints. Alright. Found more of them. Scout just inside the camp. Scout into the camp to the right. Oh, okay. So that means... Oh! That camp. I think we found the Orcakai encampment. So let's see. Scout just inside the camp and scout into the camp to the right. Oh, to look for a Bora. Alright, I suppose we could do that. Dangers in the Pahar Harukali. You have discovered Bolo Thuki. Bolo Thuki. Not too sure that has any specific meaning or not. So, Scout. You see 10 or so Orcakai from here, including a shorter Boro with an elaborate hat. Now, is there anyone about in there? I am sure. Wait a moment. Who's that? Perhaps this could be useful information.
What do you want now?
The Orcakai had no right to steal our grain, but steal it they did. Well, they seem to be into stealing lots of things. Right out from under our noses. I marched right up there to give them a piece of my mind and take it back. But now that I'm here, this may be a better job for you, adventurer. I fear that my anger might have exceeded my sense in this one instance. Will you recover the stolen sacks of grain from inside Bolotsuki? Oh, look not for me here. I will be back in Hanamiku. Okay, fine. I will do that while I am investigating inside of there. Ill-gotten grains. Alright. Well. Ill-gotten grains. Alright, that wins the contest as best quest title of the day. Well, this is obviously not the Boro that was described as wearing a hat. Either that or she doffed it just before going into combat. There we go. Unfortunately, she's being a bit tough today. Okay, good. I guess my definition of scouting is you see another 10 Orcakai with a different Boro. This one is tall and thin. Okay, I guess it's time to talk to Rizal and report on this. So then, a Boro So I was thinking Oboro was something like a captain, some sort of officer like that. But if we're seeing about 10 in the group, each with its own burrow, and I think that number is rather consistent with what I've been seeing around anyway, then a burrow must be something closer to a sergeant. I know scaling is of forces and the like isn't exactly something that you are going to have well managed in this particular game because you're not going to have armies of 1,000 people with ranks going up to all the way up to general, so to speak. Okay. The debuffs are painful. Festering wound. Alright, those lions have nasty wounds with them. Alright, so I am still looking for grain sacks. Apparently somebody has decided that the Ordokai need to be punished. Which, it is something that I can't argue with. So, let's do that. And the cat keepers here, though, have bigger cats than they've had in other areas. Well, I was hoping for a little support there. Oh well. There you go. Hey! We didn't have a quarrel until now. Wait. Oh. I have come back with their stolen grain.
Nico, it is good to see you.
You recovered my stolen grain, and likely prevented me from throwing my life away after it. And for that you have my eternal thanks, adventurer, and those of my family. You're welcome. Now, let us speak to Rizal. I found an Ordokai camp just at the end of the marks.
That many? And two of them Boros? Yes, I think I have heard of these two.
Oh, you have?
They call the tall one the dragon, and the short one is the boxer, for their ferocious and merciless nature in combat.
What are we going to do about this dragon and this boxer? Perhaps Mizadi will know when we return for the next episode of the Song of Waves and Wind.